Welcome to Series 3 of Airshow Days. Today we are at Abingdon Air and Country Show for the first time. I'm really looking forward to start the flying today. Never been here before, I hope you enjoy.
Crews from numbers 18 and 27 squadrons at RAF Odium in the 4 Chinooks. In the vicinity, that's just passed off to the south of us. At that stage, still Hercules, Voyagers and C-17 out of the Afghan capital, Kabul, in the course of the 2021 evacuation, carried more people than any other RAF flight in history. 436 of them in all in one of these aircraft. The C17A, Globemaster 3. Passenger load for the C17. One of these aircraft landing on as part of our flying display. It's going to be on static display all day. I'm sure it'll be open into land bed. No doubt about to show off some of its short field capabilities. The RAF C17A Globemaster 3.
formation 2G to level the aircraft for an inverted pass. From the second year with the Tutor stage, the base height of 300 feet, except for the two final passes at just 100 feet. Lifting roll, they are able to gain energy for the next part of the sequence. Completely advanced, you burn normal enter at least 4 points roll. Get your cameras ready for the effects of the island. It's a 4 point roll from down to each of the runners to form the nose above the horizon while trying a 90-degree angle of attack. Next, another wing over, a combined pitching and rolling maneuver used to turn the flight path through 180 degrees. You'll notice that each wing over is slightly different and from carefully selected flight paths to differing wind conditions and aircraft safety fit. Medium 13, you can fly the flying of flying the Tutor and experience aerobatic maneuvers like you see today. UAS 32, aerobatic. Members are not committed to a military career after graduation, however many decide to join the RAF.
I was saying earlier about the busy nature of the RAF Air Mobility Force out of Brize, Norton. That's always apparent here at Abingdon, and that is certainly off to the right hand end of the airfield at the moment is actually a US Air Force example of the site.
Rescue training from their legs is created by twin canisters attached to their boots, which were activated at the very last moment before jumping from the aircraft. As we can see, all canopies are safely deployed as the team immediately begin manoeuvring into the snake formation. Speed of over 45 miles per hour and then pass within a few feet of one another. They immediately make a turn into the very dynamic signature carousel formation, which is the favourite maneuver and requires vast amounts of concentration. They are very helpfully displayed in front of the system, so be mindful of that when we are trying to watch this accelerated display. As the parachutists approach the descent, they will be able to hear you. So if everybody just put your hands together and give them a huge cheer to encourage them and to show your appreciation for the skills and safety today by the 2025 RAF Falcons team.
Clouds covered the sun finally.
As they're getting closer, make sure that you're carrying on that huge cheer for encouragement. Coming in now, we have Sergeant Ashleby. I'm pretty sure you can be louder than that. Coming in now, we have Sergeant Lynch. We now have Sergeant Riddle, followed by Flight Lieutenant Adam Ken, Sergeant, and then last but not least, Flight Union Jack is Sergeant Old.
What was it that made passing on to fly the frontline fighters and bombers of the day. Well, there are many different answers to that. With a 600 horsepower, practically was radial engine. Handling characteristics are fairly similar to those that pilots are hoping. And then there's the issue of ground handling as well. Quickly flown across the American border, it's been built by North American Aviation. The site's original designer and builder to Canada because of that point America hadn't initially entered World War II and was still neutral, so they had been physically hauled across the frontier by Canadian nationals. By the end of 1940, in excess of 800 harbours. So, starting off, back into us on the 45-degree line, and pulling up for a series of funky bump maneuvers. So there you can see, pulling up, pushing uncomfortably over the top, a great deal of painful dignity for pilots. Pilot He was born in Australia, moved to the UK when he was 20 and has worked as a medical trainer in NHS using robotics in their with a farm. He's now got 500 hours thereabouts flying in his logbook, in excess of 600 hours on this special like this one. So it's all turn to reposition. Down the main tail. Pulling the stick back and going all the way round the loop.
Stick.
Followed by a loop.
Oh no.
Roll.
Not now.
Full turn to reposition.
I know what that means. Go get me some Christmas supper. Alright, one night. Is that right? Yeah.
California in 1945, it was delivered to the US Army Air Forces. It served with them for 9 years. Then it went to the French Institut Géographique National, the IGN, to be used as a long-range mapping and survey platform, and it carried on along with several other B-17s in that role well into the 1970s. But the part of this story that we celebrate this year began 50 years ago in 1975, when this aeroplane was acquired by a man who commemorates to this day Ted White and associates in a company called Euroworld. They decided they wanted a B-17. The intention was initially to sell the aircraft. Tragically, Ted White lost his life in a flying accident in 1982, but he and his memory fly on whenever this aircraft takes to the air, because you'll note that one of its engine cowlings is painted with yellow and black checkers. They were the markings that Ted had painted on the nose of his North American Harvard. and they ensure that he is always remembered. And this that reckoned without the enormous determination of his then partner Ellie Sallinglow, who took on this aeroplane's operation herself, supported by a highly professional team, and that's the way it has remained ever since. And sign up there and make sure that this site is never lost from our skies. And here we see the aircraft flying past with smoke on to simulate damaged engines. Part that always salutes the effort of the members of the Sally Supporters Club, which we also use this year to pay tribute to this aircraft's operator. Livery, which was applied in place as the old raspberry ribbon scheme, the multicoloured red, white and blue. In towards us for a break. The helicopter I was just talking about is the one heading off now towards the left. It's the display. You see against the sun now, the colours are a bit difficult to make out. That's the one that's now off to our left. And this represents the RAF of the not in this case its best known RAF use, which was as a trainer and the Royal Marines Commando Helicopter Support Unit. The Royal Navy also used the Gazelle for many years as its main rotary wing trainer, during which time they had their famous sharp helicopter display team of the Gazelle. He's the display team leader. He's been involved with the team for 9 years. And with him in the display today is Andy Upper, another former Royal Marine who, like him, took training with the Army Air Corps, joined 3 Commando Brigade Air Squadron, flew in the Falklands, Northern Ireland, both Gulf Wars and Afghanistan. He flew the Sea King as well in the Royal Navy. His last military flight was in Afghanistan, a live Special Forces operation in January 2008. He also briefly parachuted during his time in the Marines. He's just completed 16 years as a commercial helicopter pilot. Now he's aiming to be a heavy deck crew instructor in the super yacht business. Bringing the two Gazelles in quite bang on display centre in front of an excellent view of them with their navigation lights, and greater role on the British air display circuit, as well as undertaking various charity fundraising activities which they support every year. But now, in once again directly on display centre for a final break. Gazelle Squadron display team. go. From number 99 Squadron at RAF Brize Norton, the magnificent Boeing C17A Globemaster 3. And with that, we close the flying activities.
Yeah. Can you see those eyes? I got your tag. Oh, I don't have that. Really nice. If there's two on, we've got them frank. Thanks for watching this episode of Air Show Days. Fun fact about this